Hey guys, it's Lindsay from the blog Repurpose and Upcycle, and today I'm showing you how that cute little dog ate the end of my bed frame. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use Bondo, which is a wood filler, to repair this and hopefully make this look good as new. There are a lot of wood fillers on the market, and the reason I chose to use Bondo is because it's known for being super hard. It was actually invented to use as an auto body filler, like on cars, to like fill dents and stuff in cars. So it's a heavy duty wood filler, which I wanted especially for, the end of my bed frame, which gets a lot of bumps and dings. So this wood filler Bondo is a two-part solution. It's got the actual cream and then it's got a wood hardener. And I'm going to show you how to mix these up and how to repair this piece of wood. So let me show you my first attempt at mixing Bondo, and I thought I had a bright idea of taking this like wax paper and gluing or taping it onto the ground to use as a hard surface. I thought it would be something I could just throw away, but as you can see, it really didn't work that well. But as always, I try to show you guys my mistakes so you won't make them too. So what I'm doing here is the instructions say to remove a 3-inch diameter circle, an inch thick of Bondo Wood Filler, and put it on a non-porous surface. And then you take the hardener solution. After you've kneaded it a little, you take the hardener solution, and it says to mix a 3-inch section of the hardener on the actual Bondo and then to mix it really well. Now, word to the wise, this stuff dries very, very fast. And one thing I made a mistake on, and you're going to see here, is I spread the solution out too much. The thinner the solution stays, the quicker it will dry. And I also think I used maybe a little bit too much of the hardener, but you're going to see here that I feel like as I mixed, it just started to harden immediately. See, I'm spreading it pretty wide here. I really shouldn't have done that. So when you're mixing your Bondo, just keep it to a small area. Don't mix it to a wide area, because I think that's what made this really a fail. And I'm going to show you in a second. So after I pulled the Bondo up and tried to put it onto where my dog chewed up the bed, you can see the Bondo had already dried. What a mess, guys. Look. So that was my first attempt. That was a fail. So word to the wise for the future. Mix it really well. Try to keep it together when you mix it. Be diligent with your time. And don't try to use a piece of wax paper. Use an actual hard surface. So try number 1 was a fail, but I learned something and we're going to try again. Here we are with the second try, and the second try I got smart and decided it needed to be a hard surface, not a piece of wax paper, which duh, but you live and you learn. Okay, so I used a small cutting board, and you can see I put the allotted amount onto the cutting board. I mixed a little less hardener this time because I feel like I might have used too much hardener the first time. So I mixed it really well. They say to mix it like a minute. So just to make sure everything is fully mixed together, because it's not going to fully dry unless it's really mixed well. So once I mixed it good, you can see it hasn't dried this time. Yay! And so it was time to apply it to the surface. Now as you apply it, as you thin it out, it dries fast. So work diligently. I did all I could to just glob it on there to really get it where it needed to be. And you can see as I'm putting it on there, it's already drying, guys. See? So you just have very, very little time to work with it. And this has been after about 3 or 4 minutes, and it's practically dry. They say it takes about 15 minutes to dry. Then we're going to sand. You can see here it's completely dry, and Bondo says to start with a 80 grit sandpaper to go ahead and shape the area that you need. And once you've shaped it really well, you use a 180 grit sandpaper to go in and just feather the edges. And guys, the great thing about Bondo is I'm shocked at how well it sands. A lot of times you'll have a wood filler that really doesn't sand well, but the beauty of Bondo is just how well it can take the shape or the form of whatever is pulled out of that wood piece. So as you can see, I really didn't know what it was going to look like because, you know, my dog took a pretty big chunk out of that piece of wood. But shockingly, guys, it's looking very similar to what it looked like before he ever did that. So this is what it looked like after I put the first coat of paint on it. And this is just an all-in-one paint. I have a video on this particular paint. I will link it in the description. But this is looking pretty good so far, guys. I mean, and this is the second coat. This is the finished product. I am shocked at how I can't even tell you where I put that Bondo. It looks so similar. It was so easy to work with, so easy to use. And the best part was it dries to a super hard finish, so you'll never know a piece was ever taken out of the wood furniture. The only thing you'll notice if you look closely is the wood grain is not continued where the Bondo was applied, but you won't notice that unless you look really, really hard. I hope I've given you guys an easy tutorial to follow. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.